Right. Let's talk about one club in particular. We're going to do a deep dive on Plymouth Argyle, because Plymouth Argyle they're doing fantastically well, and it's for quite a few different reasons, which of course we're going to dive into right now. And I want to bookend this by talking about Ryan Lowe, because Ryan Lowe has been very shrewd in how he's worked. He's created an incredibly reliable Plymouth side, and he's instilled consistency and cohesion. He's developing young players, and they're really, really hard to beat. So hard to beat at the moment. And the reason for that, for me, is the 3-5-2. The 3-5-2 is looking really, really strong for them. It's a tried and tested method for them. Ryan Lowe likes this set up for them. And they've scored 11 goals from open play this season. And this is what I love about them. 11 goals from open play. What that shows is just how kind of expansive they have been. I'm happy to say, I'm able to do a few scribbles here. So first of all, the fact that you have this sort of solid base of three, which is generally Macaulay, Gillespie, Dan Scarr playing at the heart of that, and James Wilson. And it does get rotated a little bit. But then after that, you can see quite a difference between the midfield, who are getting on. It's a team that wants to pass and keep the ball. And then, of course, we're going to be talking about this front two in just a second. But this 3-5-2 from Plymouth Argyle allows them on both sides of the ball to be really, really solid. But like I say, the fact that they're not on the toes, and Jay Houghton here, this is a game against Doncaster Rovers. Jay Houghton not sitting in front of the back three. It's a team that wants to get forward, wants to play on the front foot, but also is ready to kind of press on the front foot as well. As I said, 11 goals from open play. They've also had 100 shots from open play alone, which is the sixth best in the entire league. And they've only taken 8 less shots than the leaders, Sunderland, from open play scenarios. So the reason I wanted to sort of bring that up was the fact that, no one's really talking about Plymouth at the moment, but they're currently doing so well in the league, 4th in the league right now, on a cracking run with 19 points. And they deserve some credit. They really, really do. This expansive nature of this 3-5-2 comes from the ability to utilize the wings whilst also moving the ball into those central areas. Of course, we are going to talk about Ryan Hardy and Luke Jeffcott, because they want to get the ball into those central areas, and 3-5-2 allows them to do that. And then they've got bodies in there as well. If we have a look at this, you can see in terms of how Plymouth are attacking, only 23% of Plymouth's touches in the opposition half come in the central area of the pitch. So they're getting the ball out wide. But in terms of the shots that they're having, if we can look at that now, the shot direction, fascinating. 75% of their shots are coming through the middle. So although they're getting the ball out wide, they're getting those crosses in. And Connor Grant is a really big part of that as well. 75% of their shots coming from those areas. It enables them to create meaningful chances. That's the great thing about them. And when you've got Jeffcott and Hardy up there, then you're in a great place. No one's got more shots from central areas than in League One than Plymouth Argyle. And next is Accrington Stanley with 73%. They're also playing really good football. 79% of their passes are short passes. They're keeping the ball. Like I said, Houghton getting on the ball for them in central midfield. And also, the other side of it is really solid at the back. They've only conceded 8 goals so far. Only 4 of those have been from open play. They've scored the second least goals from open play as well. And I was talking about that back three. If we can go back to the back three there's a bit of rotation there that's happening. As I say, James Wilson, Brendan Galloway, Macaulay Gillespie are often being rotated, whilst Dan Scarr stays in the middle and is the constant rock for Plymouth Argyle. And what I like about this is the fact that despite this rotation, they're still looking very, very solid at the back. And I think that leads us back to Ryan Lowe, who's coaching this team very well. They know their jobs, and they're undertaking what they need to do really, really well. Let's talk about Ryan Hardy and Luke Jeffcott, because this strike partnership it's on fire, and it's the go-to. You watch the highlights, it's always these two right beside each other, with one of them scoring the goals. It's Ryan Hardy here with a couple of the goals. And with him, he's a bit more of an advanced forward. He's always on this right-hand channel, which we'll talk about in just a second. They've combined for 11 goals from the opening 10 matches. Great goal there. Jeffcott's a little bit different. Jeffcott is, he's a bit more of he's a bit cleverer with his movements, sort of smaller movements, earning him half a yard, as you can see there, and scoring a goal. And what's interesting, again, we'll go back to those average positions, is the fact that they don't touch the ball that much. Ryan Lowe wants this team to get the ball to these two in the right area of the pitch. Jeff Gott's only averaging 30 touches per game. Hardy's only averaging 24.9, which is not much at all. But what I like is that you can see these guys they leave this area here to be left alone, because goals aren't going to be scored in these areas of the pitch. So they're not wasting their time out there. What they're doing is waiting for those good opportunities. And importantly, this area here, they kind of stay away from that in particular because of Ryan Broom and Connor Grant. These two here. Let me just clean this up just a little bit. Because what they're looking for is those really dangerous diagonal balls that can take out these two. If you want to go vertical, that's another great way that they can get these two and give them chances on the break at time. But importantly, these guys stay within the width of the penalty box, and you allow that left-hand side in particular to be the area where Plymouth Argyle build up their play. Let's talk about Ryan Broom then, who's the number 7 here. He's there alongside Connor Grant. And Connor Grant, even himself, he's creating 2.5 key passes per game. The next best is, I think, about 1.5. And Ryan Broom is really, really impressed. He came from Wycombe. He was known as more of a winger. But he's now playing as this left-sided central midfielder as part of a 3. And it's really, really working for him, because both sides of the ball, he's really offering a lot. He's got a role to be creative. Being a winger, we know that he can do that. But he's getting 1.5 key passes per 90, 4 big chances created this season as well. And then the other side of the ball, making tackles, 3.3 tackles and interceptions per 90, which is really good. You've got a really complete midfielder there who's happy to do some hard work and really, really suits that left-sided position of a midfield 3. And again, you've got 2 guys up front, which always gives you a chance. You've got 3 at the back, which always offers you up a little bit of cover as well. And you've got a little bit of Garland quality in the middle as well. So it's a really exciting time for a really balanced team in Plymouth Argyle right now. And as I said, I wanted to bookend this with talking about Ryan Lowe, because I think there's been a few murmurings over the last year or so about, is he as good as we all think he is? He's really proven that he is at the moment. And this is a team it's not conceding many. It's scoring enough. It's got goal scorers in the team. They've been financially savvy. They're developing players as well. And Plymouth right now are performing exceptionally in all dimensions of the game. So enjoy it, Plymouth fans. Hopefully it will continue for you. This weekend, you've got Lincoln City, really tough game, and it'll be a really lovely test to see where you're at in that game. And in a division of League One of huge clubs, and Plymouth so well supported as a club themselves, it's a really exciting time, I think, for Plymouth Argyle, and who knows how far it can take them this season. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, every single Thursday, 4 p.m, I will be live on the League of 72 channel talking about all things EFL, looking at all 72 clubs. So if you want to join us for the exclusive access and, of course, watching some of your favourite goals from your team, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell.